Hi guys, so the title of this video is 5 lessons about the workplace and doing a great job that you can learn from superheroes. Random, I know, but actually I think it's really helpful. I've actually got 6 here, and I'm going to start with my husband's favorite superhero, which he told me about on our first date. Slightly awkward, I know, but that's Batman. And the quote is, anyone can be a hero. This is really, really true. I reckon, sometimes I think when you feel like you have nothing to lose, and you just go and try things and are willing to take the consequences and just learn from it, I think that's kind of heroic. I think if you take that attitude in the workplace, anyone can step up. Anyone can step up and do a better job, and you don't need anything special to be the one to put your hand up for some extra responsibility, or for just committing to your success. So that's Batman number 1. Next one from X-Men is be proud of who you are. Again, another raw necessary banister, I think, in terms of doing a good job. I think, if we act with integrity and we act true to our values, then we have the opportunity to feel proud of who we are, not in an arrogant way, but in a, just in a silent inner way. And it gives you real sense of stability when you don't know maybe what to do, when you are facing work situations that you feel you didn't do very well, or you get a bit of criticism. Mistakes are made. We all don't do great things all of the time, but you can still be proud of who you are. You can still be proud of the values that you have and the effort that you made. So I reckon that's a good one. The next one is from the Hulk. I was so terrified of him when I was a kid. Turn your flaws into good qualities. This is really great, and I think that, again, along the same line, it's always about how you're responding to a situation. So if you feel you'll feel as you go on in your career, if you're really been managed well and you're also progressing, you will come face to face with who you really are, and you're not going to like a lot of what you see, but you don't need to. You can just view those things and accept them, but leverage them in the right direction. So what am I talking about? If you are somebody who is reluctant for change, you can adopt a position in your business that is a champion of tradition, of pedigree. You can be the person that is almost the test of whether something is just new or shiny, or whether actually it's really gonna serve the business needs. If you're somebody who maybe is quite an introvert, then as opposed to using that as a flaw, or thinking of that as a flaw, you actually can add a lot of stability and ease and consistency to a working environment. I think flaws like extreme levels of selfishness or indifference or high level ego are quickly found out, and I think that is about really recognizing that perhaps you have some home truths to tell yourself, and that way maybe leverage them into good qualities too. But I think that we're all made up of some good, some bad, and I think the powerful thing is to accept our weaknesses and try to leverage them in positive ways where possible. And that leads me on to the next one, which is from Spider-Man, which says accept responsibility. Easy, that rolls off the tongue really easily. That is not something that is frequently done, and I have to say, I myself for much of my life didn't really accept responsibility for my own choices, and you end up in careers and jobs and situations that you don't want, and you think you're there because of somebody else. We're all absolutely responsible for every decision in our lives, and we're responsible for our own choices. and blaming other people or blaming a business or blaming someone else because you're not where you want to be is just, well, it's just bullshit really, and you're just going to end up driving everyone around you mad, as including yourself, and being really unhappy. So just, do like Spider-Man, accept responsibility. Captain America says remain true to yourself. Again, easier said than done. I think that an element of that comes with emotional maturity and time, but these are things that really, really cause a lot of disturbance, in the work place and in teams. If you've got somebody who isn't proud of who they are, they've got low self-esteem, who doesn't turn their flaws into good quality, so they just react all over the place, they don't take responsibility for themselves, and you're not getting a straight answer for them at any point in time, that's not a great addition to the workplace. It's not a great way to live, and it causes huge problems. And the final one from Superman is you are never alone. This is really true. I think as a business owner, I think I have had to leverage this more than any of these other things in the last 2 years. There's always somebody who's done what you're doing before you. Well, most of the time, there's always somebody who's been through it, and I think that kind of level of humility to say, hey, look, I'm proud of who I am. I really want to change and grow and accept responsibility for where I want to be. So who can I go to ask for help? That may or may not be your boss. It may or may not be co-workers, but reach out, because no man is an island, no woman is an island. And if we think we are, we've made that decision to think that. And we're removing the beautiful kind of fruitfulness that can come from interacting with other people. So I really like what the superheroes have to say about this, and I think it can be really effective to implement some of this stuff yourself. So let me know which one you like in particular. I think for me, Spider-Man's accept responsibility is probably the key to them all. So